Hey Sass Squad, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you some Master League Premier Classic battles, showcasing Tangrowth. So without further ado, let's just jump into the battles. Alright, so in this very first battle, we do get a Snorlax lead. We are going to be leading a Best Buddy Dragonite on this team. And we have ourselves a Magnezone and Tangrowth in the back line. This is kind of a fun, but a little bit of a spicy team. But our opponent does switch in the Machamp, and we're going to just stay in. And I considered throwing Hurricane here, but I wasn't entirely sure if they would shield or not. And regardless, this is not terrible. We do get a shield, and we still get damage and can farm down. So I think they are going to bring in... Okay, they bring in the Togekiss here, and we're going to actually safe swap to Tangrowth. And I know this may seem weird bringing in a Grass type on a Flyer, but this matchup is actually good for Tangrowth because we have Rock Slide and we're getting hit by a Fairy move. But they end up bringing in Snorlax and all shields are down. We're going to throw a Power Whip at this Snorlax and just chunk away at it. And we have a pretty good win con here. We just kind of bring in Dragonite and chip away at Snorlax, and then we have Magnezone to clean up house here. So yeah, we chip away. We're never going to die to the Body Slam or anything, so we're actually just going to switch in to Magnezone to get a little bit of energy lead, so we can just fire off a Wild Charge here and knock out the Togekiss. So GG, that is our first battle here. I'm going to be showcasing a couple sets here from my stream earlier today. So in this one, we get a Gyarados. It must have been a Waterfall, I don't recall. But we both just insta-swap, and it's kind of random. So they bring in Metagross, and I bring in Tangrowth. So this is not that good for us, but we're just going to try to get off as much damage that we possibly can. And unfortunately, I overtap here. Can't even get off that little chip damage with Rock Slide. But I will bring in the Magnezone, and hopefully we're shielding Earthquake here, and that is pretty much exactly what happened. So we got a little lucky there. We are going to pop off a Wild Charge, and I do feel like they don't shield this. Yeah, so they just let the Metagross go, excuse me. I'm going to throw another Wild Charge off. They shield on Machamp. We will bring in Dragonite. It is Waterfall. So we're going to go straight Hurricane here. This is kind of a risky call, but if they don't shield, it's super good for us. And that's pretty much what happens. So now this is looking a lot better than it previously was. Yeah, if that was like a Dragon Breath Gyarados, I feel like we would have been in a more scary scenario. But fortunately for us, this is looking pretty good, and at this point, we can just bring in Magnezone after our Dragonite gets knocked out and just farm down. And that is another battle in the bag. Okay, so in this next match, we do get a Metagross lead. Not the best lead, but we don't really have the best safe swap, so we're just going to stay in, and I think we do shield. Oh no, we let the first Meteor Mash get through, and I think I'm just going to go straight Hurricane and let the... I don't know if I switch. I don't think... Oh wait, I do. Okay, this is insane. So I guess I decide we're going to risk it and switch out here. And I do get a farm down after shielding once, but this is such an interesting situation because they bring in Rhyperior, but because they're not running Mud Slap and they're running Smackdown, this is a matchup that we can actually do something on. So as you can see, they committed shields and all shields are down for our opponent. We don't shield the very first move. It does end up being a Surf like I thought it would be. We're just going to try to throw some chip damage with Mirror Shot. We do break through the timer. I'm going to switch in Tangrowth to just get an energy lead by farming down with Vine Whip. And they bring in Togekiss, but at this point, I already have so much energy. I can fire off a back-to-back Rock Slide and completely eliminate Togekiss as a threat from this battle. And there you go. In comes the Metagross. It's at such low HP. We farm down, and yeah, it's pretty much game at this point. It's a little scary still, I will admit, but fortunately for us, we are able to just barely get to the Mirror Shot and knock out Rhyperior. So that was kind of a crazy battle. Like, sometimes I haven't played Masters in so long, really, and this is Premier, so we're gonna be seeing some spice occasionally. So we're in a mirror. I'm gonna actually safe swap. When I get into a direct mirror like this, I generally want to switch out to Tangrowth. I actually kind of like the Tangrowth matchup against Dragonite as a safe swap. I mean, it's not the best, but it does actually pressure some shields, like as you can see here. And they do make a good call. Our opponent does make a great call, and they switch into their Excadrill, and they catch all of my energy. So this will pose a bit of a problem for us. I think I'm actually going to commit the shield here and throw Power Whip, because I just felt like, wow, this is not good for me. But for some reason, they don't shield. And it's like, alright, well, I'll take it. But again, still kind of tough because they have more energy than me on their Dragonite. So we will throw a Dragon Claw back. I think they do shield, so it's like, alright, we got the shield, but it all comes down to whatever they have in the back line. We did see they had an Excadrill, so there's a good chance maybe they don't have another ground type. But then they end up revealing they have a Swampert here in the back. And this is not good. So yeah, this is pretty much going to be game, because I don't think there's really anything I can do here. Like even if I held off throwing this Wild Charge for a little bit so I can get to another Mirror Shot, I don't think I would have enough HP to do anything. Like, nothing on my team has enough HP to chunk away at the Dragonite that it still has left over. Yeah, so this is a GG. This is a great game for them. Well played. Alright, let's see. Our next battle, we get a Garchomp lead, and yeah, it's looking pretty good. They bring in Sylveon, so we're gonna actually just bring in Magazine because that's obviously our best matchup against Charmers. I guess I didn't really need to throw a Wild Charge here. Realistically, it really wasn't needed. And I don't shield here, and I don't know, I just almost flipped. Like, this is really bad. Why did I do all these like decisions in this small amount of time? Fortunately for us, we do get an attack drop, and we're just, only because of that, we're able to get to the second Mirror Shot. Like, because I made so many bad calls. But the RNG saved our ass too, because they didn't shield. So we got super lucky there. I mean, that could have been really bad. But yeah, they end up having this Metagross, and we're gonna stay in and just kind of throw Hurricane to chunk away, because we kind of know we can kind of bring in Tangrowth on Garchomp. It's not like the best, but it's still something. And at this point, we will just bring in Tangrowth and kind of just like use it as like a third and fourth shield, just kind of get some energy throw damage off. We're not going to shield, if I remember correctly. Yeah, we're just going to take it. And yeah, I think we're able to just barely farm down with Dragon Breath. And then at this point, we just kind of have to like shield once, throw a Dragon Claw in this game. And yeah, as you can see, that's pretty much what's occurring here on the screen as we both sit here. Oh, by the way, if you're watching this, please like the video. I mean, I'm not trying to command you to do that, but if you're enjoying this and you're just hanging out, like, it doesn't cost you anything, and it definitely helps my channel out a lot. And also, if you're new here, consider subscribing. I try to post GBL content, sometimes like thought pieces and, you know, podcast revolved around Pokemon Go. But yeah, this very first set is a 4-1 here. And yes, let's see here. We have one more set here that I'm going to share with you. So we get a Magazine lead. I think they switch out. Okay, they switch out into their own Dragonite, and we're going to switch out into our Tangrowth here. So we're going to throw Rock Slide. They're going to shield, and that's looking pretty good so far. I mean, I can appreciate this. I think I do commit a shield because I figure, hey, they probably are more than likely going to shield again to my Rock Slide. But, you know, it ends up like, because they're switching, they have that energy, and I'm like, you know, I'm just gonna commit both shields. Why not? I'm okay with this. So they have the shield advantage, but we have farm down potential here. So I'm gonna actually just bring in Magnezone and just get the energy. So we have enough for Wild Charge, like already loaded, and we're gonna throw this Wild Charge on our opponent's Magnezone right now, and then we're gonna switch into Dragonite and essentially just eat a Wild Charge. And kind of scary, but this is kind of insane, honestly, how this plays out. We throw a Dragon Claw, they do not shield, which is probably the biggest mistake they could have made here, I feel like. I mean, it's kind of a tough call, I guess, because it's like, who could have told, like, could you tell that I would be able to farm down in this scenario purely because it's like Dragon Breath, Gyarados, and we have the double wild charge, and they just don't shield the first one, I guess, assuming it was going to be a mirror shot bait, but I had more than enough energy for double wild charge, but GG. Alright, so in this next match, we get Scizor, and actually, I thought Scizor was kind of a scary Pokemon against my line. I was like, dang, this is going to be kind of a, I don't even know what to say, but we're going to stay in and just kind of like risk it for the biscuit, I suppose. I was like really deciding, do I double Dragon Claw here or do I just go straight for the nuke? And I'm like, well, at least here I'll get a shield for sure, or I'll get something nice out of it. And fortunately for us, they just don't shield and they just let Scizor go and end up bringing up a Vaporeon, which, wow, this is actually extremely spicy, right? I safe swap into Tangrowth, thinking why not, and they bring in Charizard, but we have that energy lead and they do not shield. I don't know, maybe they thought they were going to catch a grass move. I'm not entirely sure what was going on there, but yeah, that punched them hardcore. But yeah, GG. So this is kind of insane. We get the Tyranitar lead, and I'm going to safe swap. I should have just safe swapped into Magnezone, honestly, in this type of matchup, because Tangrowth is such a better matchup against Tyranitar. And you can actually bring a Magnezone in on T-Tar and do some work, realistically, because, yeah, you're like resisting the rock move. But anyways, yeah, this is not the worst, but ideally, we want to bring in, I feel like it's a risk. You don't really know what they're running, but I think most times when I see Tyranitar lead, I safe swap to Magnezone with this type of team. But yeah, we're just in on here on the Sylveon. We're just kind of farming. But look at this. Their shield's down. They don't really have the best case scenario. I mean, granted, they had this Garchomp, right? But I guess it kind of worked in this match. It's like, but at the same time, having like Tangrowth would have been probably way better. I don't know. It's kind of hard to say because it obviously kind of worked out in this. This is kind of insane because they got that defense drop, and that started to hurt a lot. But at this point, yeah, we're just gonna kind of like chip away, and we'll be able to pull off because I was pretty confident that as long as we like we knew that it was Mud Shot Garchomp, so it wasn't gonna farm us down, even at a defense drop or whatever. So we get a Swampert lead, and this is some of the I was like scared because it was Dragon Tail Garchomp, but I should have definitely just stayed on Dragonite. This whole match, you kind of see I mess up this entire battle by switching out like this. Because like think about this, like it hit me like, because Dragonite has a good matchup against Swampert, right? I don't know, I was like thinking like, oh, I need Dragonite for Swampert, but I'm like, wait, I have a freaking Tangrowth on my team, what am I doing? And yeah, like they literally have a waterfall Gyarados, so I just completely threw this match. I feel like this is a loss if I remember correctly. Yeah, because I can't really do anything against this Swampert. Like it's just like if I would have just not switched out, like even if I just brought, like think of it this way, like I stay with Dragonite and I let it die to Garchomp, and then I just bring in Tangrowth, and I have energy lead against 2 water Pokemon. You know what I mean? It's like it would have been so good, but unfortunately I just kind of like got nervous and made a silly call. I mean, this is the first day I was running this team, so I was like trying to figure out like how to play it better as well. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's just, you can't always be 100% sure what's going on with your opponents in GBL, so you just kind of have to like make crazy plays sometimes. But yeah, our next battle we get a Machamp lead, and I feel like sometimes like when people switch out, you just kind of like parrot it at times mindlessly, like when you're just like playing for so long and you're like, oh no, I shouldn't have done this. Like sometimes I'll do that in hopes that my opponent does that, you know what I mean? Like I feel like it's almost like an actual thing that happens. But yeah, we take down the Machamp, they bring in the Gardevoir, bring in Tangrowth here, because this is our safe swap in a scenario like this. We don't want to just bring in Magnezone. Fortunately, this is looking pretty good for Tangrowth. We're gonna like get some shields, I think. Yeah, we get those shields, they farm us down, and then I think we just bring in the Magnezone. They reveal that they have the Excadrill here, and I'm hoping to get an attack drop. It's kind of like what I'm hoping for. Fortunately, we do get an attack drop, and I think I catch the Drill Run here too, which is just insane. And yeah, I'm just gonna... I think I... Do I shield? Yeah, I shield, and I think I go for the Hurricane here. Yeah, I don't think this kills. But like... Oh wait, no, it does kill at that range. Okay, that's good. And this doesn't matter. I was actually kind of shocked they threw a move here. I didn't understand that. I feel like they had... If they didn't throw a move there, maybe they could have done something here. Like... Yeah, I don't know. They should have thrown a move there, I feel like. Because they could have maybe chunked away a Magnezone. But yeah, another 4-1 set, ladies and gentlemen. Just wanted to share this video because I haven't been posting as frequently. But yeah, definitely check out some of my videos I've posted recently. I posted a video where I ran a Great League team in Open Ultra League and I actually beat someone. I was running 3 Great League Pokemon and I beat an Ultra League team that had Giratina on it. But yeah, thank you for checking out this video. Sass Squad's getting stronger each and every day. Have a good morning, evening, afternoon, whenever you're tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next one.